Florida residents who have had their homes and lives devastated by Hurricane Idalia say they are determined to build back stronger.
The hurricane caused widespread damage to coastal towns when it roared through this week. US correspondent Mitch McCann talked to residents as they tried to clean up.
From the Sunshine State to South Carolina, Idalia roared into the coastline. Now a tropical storm, she brought strong winds and storm surges. In North Carolina, these cars were left submerged as the tail end of the storm headed out to sea, leaving behind a 2-day trail of destruction, mostly in Florida. At Krabby Dad's Bar in Steinhatchee, owner Scott Peters tells us he's cancelled the band this weekend. If one ever plays here again, it would be a miracle.
This bar is a complete mess. There is wood everywhere. There are bottles, chairs all over the place. It's going to take a long time to get it back to what it was. And you can see how high the water was when it came through, right to the bottom of those bottles.
Scott plans to rebuild, if that's even possible, but that task will be even harder because he wasn't insured.
You know, the tears are over. I don't even think I've eaten today. It's all like, where do I start? You know, what do I do?
Down the street, we find a working bee at the town's local food bank. The storage room is covered in mud and the meat in the fridge is off. It's not the first time hurricanes have hit hard here, and it hurts.
But at some point, this must really take a toll.
Ooh, yeah, it breaks my heart. This is my heart. I love what I do. I love the people.
People that Cherry Campbell cannot serve when the food bank is closed.
I've been praying for a long time for some high, dry properties to be able to move, rebuild, so that we don't have to do this every time.
Today, Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor and presidential candidate, arrived to assess the damage. 5,000 people in this state woke up at emergency shelters this morning, and tens of thousands are still without power.
What's your personal assessment after travelling around the state today? What have you seen and what do you make of the damage?
Well, I've seen a lot of really heartbreaking damage. It was all very raw. When you have your full life's work into, say, like a business, it ends up under 5 feet of water.
This coastal community will be cleaning up for months, inside their homes and businesses and outside their restaurants and bars. But in Steinhatchee, they're still here to tell the tale.
This is things, stuff. It's no big deal.
Nothing, they say, they can't handle.
Well, kia ora, Mitch. Are the people in Florida getting the help that they need now?
Well, kia ora, Sam. According to what they're telling us, yes, they are getting the help that they need. Over the series of a number of interviews in the last couple of days, not one person here has complained to us about a lack of help from the state or federal governments. And I think there are a couple of things that Florida and the surrounding states have done well here. Well, the first one really is that they know how to deal with these hurricanes. They do it every year, so they know how to prepare and allocate correct resources where they need to go. And the second one is that they enacted states of emergency in Florida and the surrounding states early, meaning they could get people where they needed to go earlier and those resources could be allocated. Now, it's interesting to note the President of the United States, Joe Biden, is going to be here in Florida in a couple of days, and he's going to be touring around the worst affected areas after that hurricane passed through in the last couple of days. And it's interesting to note that Joe Biden comes here at the same time he's trying to convince other US lawmakers to approve billions of dollars in funding to support the responses to many natural disasters, because the US has been dealing with so many of them in the last year.
Mitch McCann there live from Florida. Tēnā koe.